Hello and welcome back to DIY Willy. Today, well, we're working on the 224. We got to install a new flywheel, billet rod, a cam, and remove the governor. I got a billet side cover also to go on there. A lot of goodies in there, and yeah. A month or so back, I put up a poll asking you guys which engine you would like to see me build first, or next rather. I have a 212 in Mighty that's got a mild build in it already. It's pretty fast, and I have a brand new 212 in a box. I don't know if I can find a picture of it. I'll put a picture somewhere, and I can put all the parts that I was going to put on Mighty's engine on that engine and make a brand new performance engine out of that. Or I can build this one. And the poll, everybody wanted this one. So I've got all the parts now. I've got everything I need to put it together. And yeah, I think we'll do that. As you can see, this engine looks a little different than it used to. I used to have the black shroud on it, and the black one had the spot for the starter right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it had the spot for the starter, and I took it off the black one and I put it on the red one, on this one, and then I repainted this one red. I found the color that matches it pretty good. I painted this red and I painted the chain guard, and when we put it back together on the bike, you'll see the chain guard. But this is repainted, and I think the color matches perfectly. I really like that red. I'm gonna try to do some more accents this color on the bike, and yeah, it just looks really good. So let's take a look at some of the parts we got. Thank you, O&B Warehouse, for, I mean, they didn't provide them, I paid for them, but it always is your one-stop shop for what you need. And I bought a billet flywheel. Now this flywheel, yes, this is the 6625. This will be for the 212 build. And because I don't want to take Mighty's engine completely apart, and I think I will build the new engine, and that way I still have my good old dependable 212 off Mighty. Then I bought this flywheel. Now this is the 6679. This is the billet flywheel for the 196 clone with electric start. Now, you know, this engine has electric start, and I wanted to keep it that way. I could have easily have saved some money and went with the other flywheel that doesn't have the electric start, but I really like the electric start, and I want to keep it on there. So this is an expensive flywheel. This one's not cheap. That ring gear, they cost that extra money. But you know, it's a good looking piece. Got the ring gear on there, the clone taper, 196 and clone taper, so it should fit the 224 very nicely. And I'll keep my electric start. Man, that's a beautiful piece, isn't it? Look at that. It's like a work of art. I can't believe they make these nice pieces for these engines. But there's the first part of what's going on. Now, let's see the rest of it. The rest of it I've got in a box that I've just been collecting parts over the weeks. I've got a Navy carburetor, and that also is a beautiful piece, man. But I don't think it's going on this one. I think it's going to go on the 212. If I decide to put it on this one, I don't know yet. Maybe. We'll see. It depends on the reactions I get from this video, and and what I decide with the 212. So I picked up a performance coil from Paul's Karts. Now this, they claim, is their own special wind, I guess, coil wind. A lot's been done to it. It comes with the extra ground wire to go from the coil to the head. Of course, it's got the modified plug wire, and we all know this is pretty easy to do with any coil. And they put a sticker on it that says Paul's Karts hot coil. Supposedly this is a good coil to have, and well, we're going to put it on here and check it out. They've got an installation with a recommended gap of 65 thousandths and connecting the ground strap, all this kind of stuff. And he provides a sticker. I like the sticker, it's kind of cool. So I'll put this on this engine because on the 212 I have a CDI ignition going on that one, and I was filming the video last week and I had some issues with it, so I'm working through the issues to get that working again. Let's see, I don't know what all this is. Let's see if this is even for this engine. What is this? Oh, this is the head studs, and I guess this would be valve cover studs. There we go. And I bought a couple pairs of those because I have the other 212 I'm going to build too. So I've got two sets of those, one for this engine and the other for the 212. And that came from this came from Go Power Sports. Thanks, guys. Again, they're not sponsoring me in any of this. I'm paying for this out of my hard-earned money. Let's see what else is going on in here. I think this is a 62 split sprocket, 35 chain. I was gonna put this on that mini bike, but I think with the power this engine's gonna put out, I need to step up to a 41 or 420 chain, something like that. I don't want to run this 35. I may run it at first just because that's the way it's set up for right now, but I don't know if that 35 chain is going to hold it, so this might not go on there. What's this one? Oh, this one is the HEMI engine. The HEMI head has pins that go through there with clips on each side of the pin. These are bolts that will do the same thing with lock nuts and washers. That replaces those pins. That's nice. That's just a little upgrade, a little added security. I'm sure the pins are just as good, but we got bolts. What else we got here? Oh, this is a sprocket. I don't remember what this sprocket's for. It looks like a 35 chain. I don't even know how many teeth it is. There's no paperwork in here. We'll figure this out later. I know it's for this engine. Now, what is this? Ooh. This is the ARC 6773 billet rod. Now it also has an old rod in there, look at that. Got the bearings. And these, I mean, these are like trophy pieces, man. You might as well just put these up on the wall and stare at them all day. Look at that. They're so beautiful. Nice, nice stuff. The bearings in there, and of course some instructions on how to put it all together. And there's so many videos on YouTube about putting these rods in. I probably won't waste your time discussing it all that much. I'll just put it in and move on to the next step. Now, on the 224s, it's known that these ARC rods require some clearance on the block and up on the top, on the back, I think around the piston, around the cylinder opening, they require some clearancing, which is no problem. I'll do that. Now, if you buy the EC rod, I don't remember the exact number or part number that is, but the EC rod, from what I understand, doesn't require the clearancing. It works really well in this Ducar block. This one, however, will require some clearancing, and I'm fine. I can do that. And here's some clutch parts that I have been laying around for months. I've got the yellow spring for the driven, which will be going in that. And I don't use the CVT clutch on this engine, but I do use it on Mighty and the 79cc. So this will probably be for the 79cc or Mighty. I also have another one for either one. This is the aluminum for the driver. And I've got some different springs in here. This is not necessarily for this build because I use a centrifugal clutch on this. And I like how the centrifugal clutch works. But it was in the bin, so I might as well show it to you. But, last but not least, we have the ARC 6057 billet side cover. This is another one of those beautiful parts. Comes with an O-ring seal, some shims to get the back spacing right. There's also another shaft seal in here that goes in there. I got to install it, and of course some dowel pins. And this, man, this thing is, I've never used one of these, but they're pretty nice. That glare on the camera is going to be something, right? These things are really nice. That will definitely be finding its home there. I have one also for the 212 build. So both my engines will be getting the billet side cover. There should be some more parts in here. Yeah, we got the side cover studs, the block offs for the holes, and I thought it included the what are those called? The vent parts that go up here. I can't think of what it is right now, but I guess it doesn't. But I have some. No big deal. We'll get that all put together. And I had a cam somewhere. I don't know what happened to the cam. That's bad, right? This is just another breather. And some exhaust that I was using on the 79cc, I believe. And some more miscellaneous exhaust pieces and an air adapter. Where did that cam go? That's bothering me a little bit. But I did buy a 265 cam for this engine to get rid of the stock cam I have in it, and that should increase the RPMs pretty substantially. This engine I think is pretty fast. It picks up speed well, and it holds speed very well. I think that has to do with the clutch, not so much as what's inside it. The governor's still in there, and it performs really well. It almost scares me really to take the governor and add all these other parts to it. You know, when we take the governor out, we'll probably change the exhaust, and we'll have to either jet the carburetor or maybe put a VM22 on there. I haven't decided, or maybe the Nibby. I don't know. Maybe the Nibby, that's a 26mm Nibby. Maybe it'll go on there. I haven't really decided. But you guys voted for me to do this engine, and I've had a lot of projects get in the way. I haven't been able to start it. And I'm sorry I won't be getting into it this video, but I just wanted to go through the parts. I gotta find that cam. I don't want to have looking for stuff when I have it all apart. I'm gonna remove the governor, and this time I'm gonna try to remove the governor sprocket that's on the crank. Just eliminate some of that weight. And yeah, I mean that's about it. I think I'll go ahead and get started tearing it down. I'll spare you that pain of watching that because there's so many videos online about that. I'll just get it broke down, get the parts cleaned up, and we'll get back together when it's time to go and put it all back together. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my videos. And you guys spoke, I'm listening. We're building the 224, and we're going to turn it up quite a bit. Now I will say I'm not going to increase the compression. I know people are saying that I should have put a flat top piston in it. I don't want to. I already have a milled head on there. It's 35 thousandths milled, so I increased the compression right there. But I like to use the electric start. And the electric start, this motor on here isn't the torqueiest motor. It's not designed for high torque or high compression engines. Just the compression that it has right now sometimes if it gets stuck on the compression release and doesn't release compression right, it can blow the fuse on the starter. So I have to change out the fuse, and then it works again, you know, once I pull it past that point. So I don't want to bump the compression up anymore. We're going to leave it just like it is, and install the rod, the billet side cover, remove the governor, probably do something with the carburetors and the exhaust, and we'll call it a day, and we'll put it back together. I'm even going to use the existing gas tank. I like how it looks in the frame. So like I was saying, that'll be it for this video. We looked over some of the parts. I gotta find that cam. I don't know where that cam is. It can't be far. I'll find it. And in fact, you know what? Let me go look for it right now. Hold on. Ah, look, I found it. Dyno cams. This is the DC CL1 or CL1L or 1 or something. I believe this is 265. See if it says something in here on the card. Cam card. Should be exactly what I need. Dyno cams. Let's see the cam card. Man, look how hot it is out here. I'm sweating. Crazy hot. I thought it was a 265. Maybe the other one is a 265 for the other engine I'm building. So this one says it's an intake lift of 224 and an exhaust lift of 231. Recommended class stock. So I guess it is an improvement over what I have in here, and I think we'll be all right. If it proves not to be enough, well, then I'll always step up. I can go to the 265. The 265 I have here is for a non-HEMI engine, so it won't fit here. Otherwise I would throw it in while I'm building. And you know, of course, the valve lash is 3/1000ths. I believe this will put me up in the RPM range of like 6,000 or a little more than 6,000. So should be good to go. We'll get all these parts installed and make this thing a ripper, man. Now I know people out there are building them bigger and badder and faster and meaner and whatever you want to call it, monster engines. I don't want that. I just want a good, powerful, small engine. I don't want to die out there riding on these mini bikes. I still got to get a helmet because my noggin's not that hard, and I've been riding it around just my city streets without a helmet. So I'm gonna get a helmet now that these things are being turned up a bit, and you never know. So like I said twice already, thanks for watching, and thanks for stopping by, checking out my videos. Always come back to DIY Willy for your Predator 224 or 212 needs. Your mini bikes, I got the Mega Moto frames. That's what I like to use. I hope to someday build one of my own style frame. For the Frontiers, I mean, I make a variety of videos. DIY Willy, you know, here we work on the cars, the trucks, the small engines, the mini bikes, whatever it is that we need to do. I've got some yard work I'm doing. I didn't film it, but I should have. It's cleaning rocks. You guys wouldn't have liked it maybe, but maybe there's an audience for it. Who knows? And we went over the parts. I'm gonna put all this stuff away and I'm gonna start breaking that thing apart. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, my GoPro overheated out here in the sun and turned off on me, but I've got it all broke down. Oh, you can see I painted the valve cover. I didn't show that earlier. It's black now to match the original one. But I've got everything off, flywheel, coil, everything on the outside pretty much. Now it's time to drain the oil and open up the valve cover, take the side cover off, and start getting the internal parts out. And yeah, it's an adventure, but and it's a warm day out here. Beautiful day, but it's a warm day. So I'm gonna stop right here and I'll pick this up on the inside another day.
Bye.